Where is your attention focused? If it's truly focused on the here and now, you got nothing to worry about.
As I can see, there is nothing wrong with my body, nor with my real being. Both are not of my making and need not be improved upon. What has gone wrong is the inner body, call it mind, consciousness, antikarana, whatever the name.
What do you consider to be wrong with your mind?
It is restless, greedy of the pleasant and afraid of the unpleasant.
So this is a common spiritual belief that's held in many spiritual seekers. This idea that with the right spiritual practice, at some point you should get to a place where you're no longer interested in pleasure and you could care less about pain. You know, it's no wonder that the spiritual search just seems to drag on and on and on when you cling to a belief system like that. That's why Maharaj says life is a flow between pleasure and pain, like a river, and the banks are pleasure and pain. It touches both sides. You know, it's only human nature to be drawn towards pleasure and away from pain. The issue is not that. The issue is non-acceptance in either situation. When you move towards the side of pleasure, the non-acceptance is the unwillingness to let that experience go when it's time for it to go, when it starts to taper off, and we cling to it. We try to make it stick. And then when that flow moves to the other side, and pain starts knocking at your door, you know, the unacceptance, the non-acceptance, is the unwillingness to let it in, to feel it fully. And that non-acceptance can also show up as using that pain to identify with, to turn it into some part of who you think you are. That's also non-acceptance. So the issue is not, how do I rise above pleasure and pain? It's, can I accept both as being a part of life and allow them to come when they come and to go when they go?
Yet, between the body and the self there lies a cloud of thoughts and feelings, which neither serve the body nor the self. These thoughts and feelings are flimsy, transient, and meaningless, mere mental dust that blinds and chokes, yet they are there, obscuring and destroying.
So Maharaj points out that thoughts and feelings, the cloud of thoughts and feelings, are really no comparison to the conscious experience of the living present. That they can't really touch that if that's where your attention is actually located. Because thoughts and feelings are products of the past and of the future. Something that just happened, or something that is going to happen, you feel is going to happen. But if your attention is actually on the here and now, the actual here and now, those have no power over that. They can't touch it. He says there's something unmistakable about the here and now. There's a stamp of reality on it that sets it apart. Thoughts and feelings are just transient, just wisps of smoke. And really have no substance to them. So it's not that they're more powerful or that you need to get rid of them. It's where is your attention focused? If it's truly focused on the here and now, you got nothing to worry about. That's where the real power is.
What gives the present that stamp of reality?
So what makes the present so different? Maharaj says, obviously, my presence makes it different. He points out that there is no presence in the past, in memories. There is no presence in future projections. The only place where there's presence, the actual felt experience of presence, is in the present, here, right now. He uses an example of a ticking clock. You know, on the surface, it looks like each stroke is the same. But if you look closely, if you feel into it closely, that stroke that happens right now in the present is qualitatively different than the one that just happened, or the one that's going to happen. You see it sometimes in movies. They use it for dramatic effect. You know, you have the character in a room, an empty room, but there's a clock, a ticking clock. And that stroke that keeps happening right now adds so much significance to what's going on. There's something unmistakable about the present that sets it apart from the past and the future. If you really feel into it, you can't really put words to it, but you can feel it, you can sense it. And if you stick with that feeling, that sense that there's reality here and only here, then you're free.